again 9 to 12 degrees. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Doris here again. How are you guys? How are you doing? How are you? How is your mental health? I just thought, you know what, sometimes we just come on here and just say, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, without actually asking how you guys are actually. We've been in this lockdown situation for a couple of months, and obviously that's not our norm. It's not our used to. We went, you know, going out every now and again, weekends with the family, children's activities, going to church on Sundays, going for meals, going just doing things without having to think about wearing a mask. But look at us, like, right, we are wearing masks, we are on lockdown, we can't be with more than 6 people. Today, if it's not more than 3 people, it's just a. Don't be hard on yourself if your mental health is going down the drain, or if it's your mental health is a little bit shaky. You're not alone. It's happening to a lot of people. I'll tell you how I have managed to not get very overwhelmed and not get down with everything that's been happening. First of all, I am somewhat an introvert, but I know that a lot of people will not believe me when I say this, but I tend to love my space, and I love being alone. And I also love being with, other people. So what do they call that? Ambivert? Is that what they call it? So you can be an introvert and an extrovert, and it both works. So that has made me enjoy the lockdown more than I should have. Before the lockdown, I had always worked from home, so I was used to always being at home working. So right now it wasn't new. I was looking forward to my maternity leave, so that I could have time even to be at home without thinking of work. I know I had a couple of businesses here and there, but they were mine, and I had the choice of not doing anything, with my business today and doing something with it tomorrow. Is my choice. Is however I want to run it, I run it. So there was no pressure, and there is no pressure for me. I just also love a good Netflix and chill. I know how to entertain myself, basically. I know how to be by myself, and be happy. I know how to be with people also and be happy. But I think I enjoy being on my own a little bit more. And this lockdown has made me discover a lot more about myself than I knew before. Like, I had the power to choose whatever I wanted to do. I realized that I hate distractions. I'll tell you a story. So obviously we're all on, different platforms trying to entertain ourselves, social media, Netflix, and one day my child said to me, like, "Mommy, why are you always on your phone?" That really, really got to me, and I wished so much that I was on my phone, maybe buying them something on Amazon, or actually responding to a work email. But that day I was on Instagram, and I just looked at my child who wanted me to be in the moment. And I know people say, you didn't come to this life to only birth children, you have your own life, you have blah 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 blah. But when I thought about it though, I had been on that app for like, hours and hours that day. It was a long time ago, and that day I just deleted the app. That's how I roll. I don't, and I realized I enjoy being in the moment with my family. So that made me very present in the things I was doing, and subsequently made me happy. So, and that is my I call it my bubble. My bubble is my, as much as I want the lockdown to ease and I want people to go about their day, I now know that whether or not everyone is out and about and blah blah blah, I just want to be in the moment with my family. And comes in, having a good support system makes you actually deal with this whole pandemic even better. Having a good support system, it could be in your partner, your family, your parents, your husband if you're married, your boyfriend, your whatever it is that you're having. That support system needs to be there, your friends or whoever. For me, my support system is my husband. Like, he is such a great man. I hope he doesn't watch this video, because I don't want his hair to be swelling, even though I tell him all the time. Maybe I don't tell him enough. So I'm using this video to say, Kingsley, you're just the best husband ever. This dude was sent to me by God, and I know you have seen me say that a lot in some of my videos when I talked about my testimony of how God showed me my husband. People always feel that women are the only ones that need to change their work pattern, or they need to be the one to apply for flexible working, or they always need to be the one to sacrifice at work. No, no. This is a marriage, and this is a union and a partnership where both of you would have to look at, you know, put things on the table and decide what works for your family. My children said something the other day. They said daddy's food is sweeter. I said, whose food is sweeter, mommy or daddy's? And my Nina said daddy's food is sweeter, but mommy's food is healthier. I'm like, all right, politician, Mr. President, being very diplomatic. So Nina is she's a politician. She would never make anybody feel less or more. She puts all of us on the same level. I learned from her. She's 6 years old, by the way. I learned her, her poise and her communication skills and the things she says. She sounds like an old lady, Jesus. So having that support system, and that's how we balance things. On Sunday we're all rushing. Kingston will say, I'll bath the girls and you dress them up, or you dress them up, I'll bath them. I'm like, oh no, you bath them because I know how to do their hair better. So it's that sort of balancing act with your partner. And if you have a good support system who don't see you as the cook, the cleaner, that would make being at home in lockdown, or being in lockdown, much easier, and your brain would have time to think about other things. Whilst I love to cook, so I love to cook good food. He loves to clean. I pretend that I don't know how to iron, which I do. I hope he doesn't really watch this video seriously, but he does the ironing. He likes it. I do my children's hair. So having the right support system is great. Enjoying your own time, find things that you enjoy doing, and make it fun, make things that make you happy. Just dwell on those things. Stay away from negative news, negative things, because that can also put a strain on your mental health. I am a champion in knowing when to stay away from things. Before, I just used to absorb everything because I just felt like I couldn't leave certain places because a lot of people relied on me. I don't know if you understand, but I think that was just me putting pressure on myself. My Instagram is one place where I always say I'm available. You can speak to me. God has called me to be an encourager. God has called me for myself. So even when I wanted to take a break from things that were negative, I couldn't, because I thought, oh my God, that person, Mr. A wants me, or Mr. B might need me, or Mr. C, people on there as well. So I felt that I needed to be there. But one day I had to say to myself that I had to be selfish. Like, I did, I can't be the counselor and the doctor and the pastor and the mommy and the advisor and the encourager, and I can't be all those things to you guys. I have a lot of that in my house that I have to be, and I engage with a lot of moms, especially, or women, I would say, is because I'm a career coach, I'm a HR professional, and that is sometimes I get some clients from there, from when we discuss, and I then tell them this is what I do. Automatically they become my client. So when it can be very draining sometimes, I hate it when I see death, or traumas, or troubled homes or countries. It really, really gets to me. So I learned, and I'm such a positive person as well, and I'm very, very playful and active, and so that made me maybe not oblivious to what is actually happening, but it reduced the presence in the trauma or in traumatic happenings around the world, or in people's lives and things like that. And worship, you know what? And that's one of the reasons why I just put my phone down, because I am so big on praise and worship. It makes me feel, it gives me this joy, this presence of God in my life and in my home. And I just feel like when I walk into this house, I just feel the presence of God. So I love a good praise and worship. I just praise God on my knees. I'm in the moment. I praise and worship really does it for me. Sometimes my Bible group as well is on Wednesdays with the women, on Tuesday with everyone in church. Whenever I was with some churches that I resonate with, I listen to a lot of my pastor. our general overseer on YouTube, a lot of praise and worship, Joyce Meyer, Joe Austin. Those are just positive people. Audio listening. So I have podcasts I'm listening to, learning about, Black history. I found myself really, really interested in Black history. Since all the Black Lives Matter, I want to be educated with what is happening. So I've been listening to a lot of that. I've been listening to people that motivate you. Don't follow people's stories that motivate you, or follow people that drop encouragement and motivation and are not. Do things you love, do things you enjoy. For me, I enjoy giving my views on things and shooting videos, and this is what I'm doing. I hate editing, so I don't know how I'm going to edit this video, but and I left the best for the last. Being content with what you have, being content with your situation, being content with where God has placed you, being content with where God has put you, and the power God has given to you to be who you are and what you are. God has given me the power and the grace and the wisdom to be there for women. God has given me power and the grace to be content with where I am. What I mean, I don't compare myself to say, oh, this one is dying, I'm not dying. No, that is not the content I'm talking about. I'm content in what I am and where I am in Christ. Every other thing is a bonus, and I always say that all the time. So I'm very content and I'm happy with where I am with Christ. I'm happy that I'm his baby. I'm happy that I am his child. I'm happy that I'm his, his best friend. I'm happy that I enjoy being in his presence. I'm happy, content, and be grateful for. So have a spirit of gratitude and be content. And you will see that your mindset will start to shift from negative things to positive things when you see and realize all what God has given you. So these are the ways that I stay grounded and I stay positive, and I don't feel overwhelmed with everything that's happening, because it's a big change and a big challenge. To if you need to show gratitude on things that are there for you right now. So I'm just grateful that I've been able to find ways to make myself happy. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Find things that give you joy. I love Netflix. I love a good wine. Hello, Jesus. Jesus turned water to wine. So please allow me. I in this video, I've been able to give you ideas on things that you can do. If you enjoy cooking, go for it. Netflix movies, do it. And restaurants are open. Some countries are open. You can still travel. I won't be traveling until I'm very comfortable, and just enjoy things that God have given to you in the space that you can. With a great day, and look after yourself. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you wear your mask and get your sanitizer. Okay.